Good morning. Welcome back to more 10 a.m. Minecraft. There's been a lot that's been happening. I've been experimenting with how the top layer of the wall is gonna work, or how it's gonna look, and this is kind of what I've got going on right now. I've kind of tried to extend out the middle section of the wall all the way out, and I've got that section over there. I got this part of the wall here. You know what? Let's just go into spectator mode. There we go. We'll go into spectator mode real quick so I can just show what I've got going on right now. I think I've got a pretty good layout for the wall, how it works, how it looks, everything. I definitely need to add this middle part to the other parts of the wall here, and I will do that. I'll probably try to do that today. Jesus Christ, dude, a whole pack of fucking dogs just spawned here. Yeah, we're gonna try to extend the wall a little bit more. I've just been playing a lot off camera, and I want to try to kick that a little bit. I want to try to like actually record playing this game and building the fucking things, because I feel like that's not. I don't know. I feel like that's not fun to hop into a video and be like, oh, I wonder what he's doing next, and then half the fucking wall is built. And I totally would have finished the wall like today, you know, just by myself in silence listening to a podcast. And it's like, hey, you know, we're doing this for content's sake, so I might as well just record some of this process. I think what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna try to extend out the top layer as much as I can with how many olivine blocks I have, because turns out you need a lot of fucking olivine with a wall design like this. So so a lot of it has been here. You know what? We'll just go into spectator mode and I'll show you. So a lot of my off-camera playtime has been going down into my quarry down here, and just digging a shit ton. Just digging out a whole bunch of basalt for olivine and cobblestone for slate and everything. Experimenting with some TNT caves and blowing away walls with TNT, but it's like, I might as well just dig around and just get a whole bunch of stuff for it. I've been trying to not make too much progress on the wall while I'm not recording, but, you know, sometimes I just get caught in a trance and I just start playing this fucking game and listening to podcasts, and that's just what my gaming time has been as of late because I'm fucking obsessed with this game. So, here, we're gonna try extending the wall out here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to add this, like, middle layer right here. So it's... I'm trying to... I don't have any, like, dirt or anything. Yeah, this should be fine. So it starts... Hold on. So it's one block under. Okay. It's one block under. So if I do... wrong block. If I do this... There you go. That's the correct layer. Alrighty. And then... And that's what this video is. I mean, that's what most of this project has been. It was funny. I was looking at all the different blocks I'm using and all the different variations of blocks. And I just kind of realized that it's like, wow, I'm using, like, every possible version of cobble in this build. I put my axe away, god damn it. I don't think I'm going to be able to pick up this crafting table. That's fine. I don't really need a crafting table right now. I've got so much stuff. Oh, you know what? I can pick it up now. Okay. Well, whatever. We're working with it. So yeah, by the time you're watching this, it'll have been... from the time I'm recording this, it's probably going to be a couple of weeks from the time that this is being recorded. Just because there's a lot that's been happening behind the scenes. I did make that post about my dog going through that surgery, and she's doing great. You know, she's recovering really well. So I felt like it was I felt like it was okay for me to do at least a little bit of recording. I don't know about editing per se. I mean, I can probably like, you know, mess around and see what I can do. Hold on, I've just got a message. Sorry for that little hiccup in the recording there. But yeah, things have been going. You know, they've been just happening. I don't know. I'm honestly kind of struggling with what to talk about right now. Not because like there's nothing to talk about, but it's like, you know, this is just kind of what this video series is, where it's like I'm just kind of fucking around and just building shit. And if you want to watch it, chill. If you don't, that's fine. I don't fucking know. This is a very weird series for me in general. Just because it's not something I've been doing. I don't know. I haven't done any. Ooh, let me try to not lose all my fucking slabs. This isn't something that I have. How do I say this? This series isn't something that I normally do, really. And more, I'm trying to separate work from play. Like, I'm trying to find a way to just play video games without feeling like I have to record stuff. And that certainly is the case for this series, good lord, because it's like, hey, like I said in the beginning, I don't think it's fun, or I don't know, I could be wrong about this, but I don't think it's fun for a viewer to, you know, go to watch a series like this, and then it turns out I did all of the building off camera, you know. And this series isn't exactly made to be like a super challenging series. What difficulty am I playing on? Oh, I'm playing on normal. Okay, you can kind of see it right here because, you know, ultra wide gaming, haha. I've just been playing on normal difficulty. You know, I'm not exactly trying to be this super hard, ultra difficult challenge or anything, but I'm also not trying to focus entirely on the building. I don't know. A lot of this is kind of meant for type A chatters instead of type B, or sorry, for type B chatters instead of type A chatters. If you don't know what that means, hey, that's perfectly okay. Type B chatters are basically those who prefer the banter and the interactions with the streamer, where... Ooh, hold on. I did that wrong. Where type A chatters are more like the people who would backseat games. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I still did it wrong. God damn it. Like, type B chatters are the ones who would be like, oh, yeah, you know, I would go with... Like, you're playing Isaac or Dead Cells or something, and it's like, oh, yeah, I would go with this item instead of this item, or I'd pick this perk instead of that perk, and, you know, I would play the game differently, and what is this dude doing? He's not playing the game correctly. And, you know, I've never been one to prefer the type A chatter mentality. I'm usually a type B person, so I make the content that reflects that. You know, I make type B content. And maybe you just have this stuff on in the background just to have something to listen to while you're doing your dishes or whatever, and it's like, hey, that's totally chill. That's exactly what this video is meant to be. It's exactly what this series is meant to be, you know? But something that I've been realizing recently is like, oh, like this, making this kind of content can be more taxing than I initially thought. Because I can talk about nothing for a while. It's one of the things that a guy I knew in college was just like, how the fuck can you talk about nothing for so long? Like, how do you do that? Because he tried to do some form of live streaming, you know, years and years ago, and he just couldn't do it, right? And it's like, you got to have a kind of a particular kind of skill set to do streaming or do this type of video making and stuff like that. And that's, you know, that's just how it is. I'm not saying that I'm better or worse. It's just, that's the reality, right? It's like, if you want to do this kind of shit, good luck, bud. You got to be able to just talk in circles, basically. But it is more taxing than you would think, because it's like, one thing you don't realize when you want to make these types of videos is like, oh, well, now whenever you just want to play the game just to relax and listen to a podcast or whatever, you kind of can't do that because whatever progress you make in the game, that's not going to be stuff that you record for the video. And so you'll have less material to work with for a video, and you'll have weird gaps in progress. Like with here, you know, I was just kind of experimenting with the wall design off camera and with my sister, and this just ended up looking really nice. So we're going through with it. And it's like, I just have to explain, like, oh yeah, I was working on this and doing this. And I'm sure most people don't really give a shit, considering this is type B material. But it's still something that I think about, you know, where it's like, oh, I'm trying to make the watching experience for these kinds of videos, like, good. You know, I want to make it a cohesive series that you can watch and you can binge and everything. But, you know, whatever. It's just part of the messy nature of making videos like this, where it's just like, shit's gonna happen, and you just kind of have to be okay with that. And that's fine, you know. I don't think like I don't think my content is better or worse because of that. It's just a weird hang up that I have that I'm trying to beat, honestly, because oh boy. Okay, now how the fuck am I gonna do this? Because if I do it like this, that doesn't look right. I mean, I guess I can just... Okay, well, I guess that's just gonna... Ow. I guess that's just how it's gonna have to be. Here, let's try... Okay, here, actually. One thing I was kind of worried about... I'll go into spectator mode to show. For some of these curves, I have to kind of cheat the pattern a little bit. And I have to kind of, like... The pattern is not going to, like, fully match up with how the wall is because... You know, patterns of 3 and 5 or whatever, like it gets messy after a while, especially when you combine that with a pattern like this and a pattern on like every other block. So trying to line everything up perfectly is basically going to be impossible. And I'm not expecting everything to line up perfectly. I'm going to have to fudge some, you know, numbers of blocks and stuff like that, and it's going to have to look a bit weird in certain places. And I think it's fine, but I would lose my shit if the pattern didn't line up somewhere around here or somewhere around the outside. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the wall out this way and go down this wall until I reach about this area. And I'll hide any... If I have to fudge the pattern again to make it work, I'll just hide it in this mountain here. So we're going to be mainly focusing on extending the wall in this direction. And I feel like that'd be okay. You know, you just got to find a spot to, oh, hang on. You just got to find a spot to make it work, I guess, you know, just to hide a little bit of the imperfections of what you're working on. Cause you know, no project is going to be perfect, obviously. Do I have stairs on me today? I didn't make any stone brick stairs. Okay, well, I will have to come back to that after I extend the wall out a little bit. Like already, there's some weird foibles in how the wall is built, and that's just how it has to be, man. That's just how it has to be. One of the things that I've been trying to work on for the past couple of months, I think, is just trying to be more okay with fucking things up a little bit. And I think I'm doing okay at that, but some stuff still kind of slips through, and some mental blockages still happen, and that's just something that I have to deal with personally. I feel like it's something that... Ooh, hang on. Am I... Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I got confused for a second. Because these bends on this wall is kind of being not annoying to deal with, but I'm running into design constraints where it's like, oh, if I want the wall to be walkable on the inside, there's gonna be like weird chunks like this. And it's just gonna be whatever. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. I don't know, it's 10 a.m. I'm tired. I haven't had my breakfast yet, and I'm just kind of trying to build stuff in Minecraft. You know, like I'm just kind of fucking dealing with whatever the fuck is happening in my life. Shit. Oh, I got it. Cool. Let's go. Does this work? This works. There we go. I got a torch in here. I'll put a torch right here. Yeah. Yeah, it's starting to work out. Yes. Okay. Fuck. I need to here, we'll go up like this, and then we'll start doing the olivine part. Okay, so we do this, this, this. Oop. Wait, no. It goes right here. Oh, God damn it. And then this goes out like here. I think, yes. I'm just kind of winging it. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm just kind of winging it for most of this build. And if it works, it works. And most of the time it has worked out, thankfully. Because, oh, wait. Oh, no, I'm doing it wrong. Wait a minute. Am I doing it wrong? I am doing it wrong. Okay. Oh, fuck me, dude. Okay. It has to be out a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and this can just keep going straight. Okay, cool. Okay, I think I have the pattern laid out correctly. I think. Because the way that it works is that the olivine smooth stone pattern has to be above where these guys are. So then olivine, and then stone, and then bricks, and then olivine, and then stone. And it's even, yes. Right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. See, what, I don't know. When you watch a building channel, basically, they kind of just skip over a lot of this part. And I can understand why. Because this shit is grueling. But, hey, you know, this channel is meant to be more slow burn rather than just get to the point. See, as long as I get this pattern down, I can transfer this progress and just kind of use it as like a, I don't know what I'm saying. If I get the pattern right, I can use this pattern as like a base for like, oh yeah, this is what the wall is supposed to look like. Right here, and then right here. Uh-oh. Okay, so I will have to fudge a little bit because I want the pattern on the top of the wall to match up with the pattern here. So, did I fuck up somewhere? Oh, okay. That's where I fucked up a little bit. Yeah, okay. I think I fucked up this pattern here. See, this is where it gets really tricky because it's like, oh shit, I have to fucking balance this, and if I get the pattern wrong and I lay down an entire track of this shit, I have to tear it all down and do it all over again. It's annoying. Okay, I still have an entire stack of olivine on me, so I got some room. Oh yeah, and then I have this purple chest right here just full of a bunch more of the materials. This is what I did with all the cobble that I was digging up. So I have an easily accessible chest with everything that I need in it. And you know what? I was just thinking about it right now. I don't know what I'm going to actually put inside of these walls. I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm probably going to build a new house for myself. At one point, I think right here, on this corner right here, I think I'm going to build a bell tower. And I want to do like a big bell tower, kind of like near the center, you know? Or maybe I'll do it just kind of like in the middle of the wall over here. I don't know. I know at some point I want a big bell tower. And there is a whole lot of space. I know you can't see my Y coordinate, but I'm at Y207 right now. And if I were to go on top of the wall, I think it would be Y213 or something like that. I've got space above me to build even higher. And I want to have like a big imposing tower. And it's either going to be a bell tower or it's going to be a wizard tower. And I think realistically I'm going to want to have a bell tower. Okay, and this is the longest, straightest section of the wall, so fuck it. Building this out should be relatively easy. One thing I do want to mention is that I have no idea what I'm going to do down here. I know that I want to build kind of... Here, you know what? We'll go into spectator mode so I can just show it. This section right here, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I know that this part I want to kind of transition from the bricks to the cobble and just kind of have like a little bit of wall texture down here. And that's why this whole section is pretty blank, because I want to do that texture work and why I've got the dirt here. But for here, I don't quite know what I want to do yet. Part of me wants to build a big platform right here and have like little houses or shops or whatever or some shit. I don't fucking know. Just like some buildings in here. And then for right here, I want to do like a big archway and have that sort of be like, because it already kind of is a natural archway, but just kind of accentuating that and have, you know, like a pretty easily accessible path to go through here over to this bridge, and this could be like a nature reserve kind of area. I don't fucking know yet, but I do have plans for what I want to do here, and a lot of it is going to center on how the wall turns out up here. So I want to get the wall done first, and then I kind of want to build everything around it. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? I think that makes sense. But I kind of want to do like either buildings down there or like some kind of ornate pattern. Maybe, you know, ¿por qué no los dos? Why can't I just do both of those things? And it's like, well, you know, I want the buildings to look good, but I also want the wall to look good. And, you know, one of the things that I talked about in the last video, which, you know, I like doing 3D texturing for a building, where it's like, you know, there's parts of it that pop out and it looks more dynamic and stuff like that. Like if these slate bricks weren't here on the wall, it would look kind of not boring per se, but it would definitely look more flat. And, you know, that would feel more like a beta build, but I don't know. I feel like having parts of the wall pop out like this just make it more interesting to look at, more interesting to interact with and build around, more dynamic per se. And that's just something that, you know, I try to focus on when I build. You know, like I said in the last video, I don't really do wall texturing. I do physical texturing, you know? Okay, how much more? I'm nervous to see how these turns will end up. Excuse me. But we'll just have to build them, and I'm gonna be real. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish these bends here, but we'll do our best, maybe. Okay, here we go. Now we got to start doing the turns. Okay, but I did not have enough to finish the rest of the wall, so I need to go mine like 18 more fucking stacks of basalt to make this work, to finish up this wall. But I mean, hey, two and a few stacks of olivine bricks or olivine blocks, that lasted quite a while. So, okay, maybe next time I just play this game off camera, we'll just be more mining. But alright, so long as the pattern lines up, it should be fine. And like I said, you know, I'm worried that the pattern is just not gonna line up over here, and I have to figure out some way to make it work over here, so... Oh, scary. You know what is really scary? Is building right here. Good lord. One thing that I do miss from vanilla is I really missed... I didn't think I would miss this. The... oh god, what were they called? The scaffolding blocks. Scaffolding blocks are really cool, and I am a little bit sad that they're not in Better Than Adventure. But, you know, the main creator of BTA has been very adamant, where it's just like, we're not gonna just add features that are in vanilla. They need to work for Better Than Adventure specifically. And it's like, yeah, I totally understand that. Um, but I do miss it. I do miss it. I miss my scaffolding. So this is kind of how I've been doing everything. Is I set up the olivine stone like smooth stone pattern. I get that set up and then I build everything else around it. So we can do this, this, and we can just keep going. Well, it's a good thing I've got a ton of it's a good thing I have a few crafting tables on me. Sorry, workbenches. They're called workbenches in Better Than Adventure. Bleh. Something I was thinking about the other day was how am I going to, because if you're a fan of my Minecraft content and you've watched my Minecraft stuff before, you might be aware of my Forever World, the world that I have that, you know, I archive all of my big impressive builds on. I was thinking to myself, how am I going to bring this world over to the Forever World? How am I going to archive this world? And I'm just thinking, like, I don't know, man. I should try opening this world in not Better Than Adventure Minecraft and see what happens. Just what blocks get deleted, what blocks get replaced, like what happens there. I think if anything, I'll try to just sort of recreate this world. I'll try to like keep it as like a baseline. I'll open the world in vanilla and then see what happens there, and then I guess just use world edit and stuff like that to replace blocks. Maybe that would work. I'm hoping that that works, because I do want to save this world. I want to archive this. I think it would look great. I don't know what I'm going to do about certain blocks and certain colors, but, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking a little bit too far into the future right now. Wow. Wow, almost perfect. And and you know what? I'm still gonna need more fucking slabs because of the fucking underside, dude. Oh, okay. We take this one step at a time. You put your pants on one leg at a time, right? Do I have any more smooth stone in here? Please tell me I have more smooth stone to make more slabs. Oh, thank God. Oh, and I have more slabs in here. Oh boy. Okay. So I've got some. I hope it works. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the whole of the underside, but, you know, we'll do our best. We'll do our best. And this pattern is a little bit more complicated, so we do. Yeah, and it should line up here. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I fucked up somewhere. Hold on, I fucked up somewhere. Oh, no, I fucked up. Hold on. And then we do this one, this one, this one. Uh-oh. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I will need to fudge a little bit right here for this turn, huh? See, these are the problems that you run into with a build as complicated as this in terms of patterns. Shit. What do you mean, dude? Okay. I think... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be subtle. But I'm gonna just fudge it a bit here. Yeah, it's gonna have to be fudged a little bit right here, just to make the rest of the pattern work throughout the rest of the build. Okay, so it should be... Wait, huh? Wait a minute. Well, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, this is a bigger problem than I thought. Yeah, because look at that. The olivine is lining up with here, and that shouldn't be the case. Okay. Oh, dude. Oh no, it's like really fucked up on this side. Oh no, because then it's not gonna line up here. Oh, it's not lining up here. Oh, so I fucked up this part right here. Oh, I gotta take down this whole goddamn doorway that I got too. Okay, well, it's not the worst thing in the world. I can still make this work. But I'm just gonna have to take down this door. Ugh, that's so fucking annoying. This is why you build the pattern first, and don't... You gotta build things in a specific order to make it work. And I just didn't do that. Let's do this first. And then we'll build the blue sections correctly. Because I think the problem that I ran into was I just kind of put that doorway in an arbitrary spot that I thought would line up in the future, but it turns out I just measured things incorrectly, and now I have to scooch everything over. And that sucks. Yeah, look at that. I'm 1 block off. God damn it. Okay, it's fine. Oh, yeah. Wait, huh? Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, I fucked up. No, I fucked up. No, I fucked up. I fucked up. No, it doesn't line up on either side. But it lines up here. What do you mean, dude? Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, fuck. No, it doesn't. It's opposite. It's opposite, bro. That's why I was so confused. The pattern didn't line up here, man. But it evens out right here. That's so fucking annoying. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna be hiding a lot in this turn. Okay. Okay. Once more with feeling. Okay, now the real question is, do I want to line things up? How do I want to line things up here? Do I want to line things up for the inside or for the outside? I feel like for the outside would be better. Hiding stuff on the inside, I really couldn't care less about. I'm still gonna be hiding stuff here on the inside. Okay, yeah, I think that's just how it's gonna have to be. Where it's just kind of like a weird double here. Okay. Yeah, that definitely looks weird, but it's better than it being misaligned. You know what I mean? At least in my eyes, it's better. Dude, this fucking... Nah, whatever. The way that you can just move container blocks so easily in this version. Oh, it's a fucking godsend, dude. Look at this shit. Oop. Okay. Should be good now. Because I just need it to line up. And it looks like it is lining up. Relatively okay. Could be better. Could be worse. You know what? This section right here, I wanted to be a bell tower anyway, so I think it'll be fine in the long run, honestly. Because I'm gonna be gutting this entire corner section anyway. Whatever. I'll make sure it lines up still. Just to just to keep it all even. Now I gotta light everything. I'm gonna be real, I just kind of got caught into a trance and I just didn't talk for a little bit, so whoopsies. Alright, I think I'm going to take a small break. I'm going to go grab some food, and I will be back to finish recording this session in a bit. Okay, I return. I got food, and I gotta light everything up now. I sound like I'm complaining, but it's like, dude, this shit's gonna look so good whenever it's done. It's gonna be all worth it. Okay. And then I also, during the break, I also got some stairs so I can finish up the windows. Hopefully this should be enough. I think it should. Because my main concern isn't really slate anymore, it's just the stone bricks, because, like, God, I need so fucking many stone bricks for this build. It's crazy. I'm using every form of cobble, so we got the stone bricks, we got the smooth stone, we got the slate. There's a lot going on in this build. Now, one thing I was thinking about during the break is I want to see I want to see what it would be like to hollow out this chunk of the mountain and then have the buildings pop out. Not mountain, but the wall. I don't know. It's a hard thing to describe, but I basically got a vision for how the buildings will look inside of this large section of the wall down here, and I think I'm gonna try to make it happen, but that would be a time-consuming project in and of itself. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Part of me is like, oh, I kind of like having the open plan like this. I might do the open version of this wall, like around this area. Maybe I don't know. Would it look weird to have it just look different out of nowhere? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Okay, how does this look for now? It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good, all things considered. Okay, and I think what I can do now is I can finish up the inside of the wall right here. And then, how far can I get doing this? Damn, dude, I really don't hate how that looks. With it being open like that. Oh, am I gonna redo this whole wall to make it look like that? Cause like this is kind of cramped. Oh man. Cause now there's like separation. Oh dude, I really don't hate that. It looks nice. It looks so nice, dude. Because this looks more fortified, but this looks more pleasant. You know what? Maybe there's a compromise. Maybe there's a compromise. Maybe I could do the fortified wall around the mining area right here. And then the open plan, it could be along this side. I don't know. Maybe I'll have the fortified wall on one side and then have it be open. Ooh, actually, you know what? Hold on. That is a good compromise. Having the fortified wall on the outside and then have it be open on the inside. Okay. Yeah. That works. Okay. We're going with this. We are so going with this. This looks so nice. Yeah. This is it. This is the wall design. Ooh, and then I need to, and then have the rest of it be like slate bricks down here, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, we're definitely keeping this design where the wall's only on the outside, and then you go inside and it's all open. Yes, perfect. Absolutely fucking perfect. Yeah. Now that I have it laid out more, oh yeah, this looks excellent. Oh yeah. Absolute fucking perfection, dude. I might get rid of these blocks here and replace them with polished slate. I don't quite know yet. Because I think it looks cool where it's like even on the ceiling and the floor. I don't know. I'll have to see. And I might also replace these torches on this wall and put lamps and lanterns instead around this side of the wall. I think that would look really cool. Oop, yeah. Because you're in here and it's all open and it's nice and you get to see inside, and I could have little paths going across. Ooh, that would look cool. And then on the outside it's all fortified and fancy looking, and ooh, it looks so imposing. Yeah. We've reached peak. This is a good compromise between both of the designs. And it gets me more stone bricks that I can use for the rest of the wall. So it works out. Yeah, and it gives so much more room. It feels so much more it feels more open. It feels nicer in here. Yeah. All right, this is fucking excellent, dude. And then I could have little bridges going over, and then there could be like things hanging down from them, and that's how I would light the center. Oh, yes. Feels so good. I'm so fucking smart, dude. Okay, well now I also need to build staircases that go up to this part of the wall too. Okay, I gotta figure out where those will go. One over here, one over there, one on that side, one in the middle. Just places where it would be convenient for me to get on top of there. Ooh, there could be a bridge going across here, and then there would be a staircase on either end of it. Could work. Ooh, how would... Nah, with the torches it wouldn't look good. Okay. I was thinking like doing this thing again to like give more support to it, but since I have the torches like right there on where the pillars are, probably wouldn't look good. I think I would need to switch over everything to lanterns before I can do that. Okay. Well, now that I got most of the inside done on this side, let me see what this is all gonna look like on the outside. Okay, here we go. This one's gonna be kind of a pain in my ass. Oh, this entire part of the wall is gonna be so annoying to do. I'm gonna need to get a couple stacks of dirt just to build more scaffolding. Oh, Christ. Part of me wishes that I had taken the time to invest in a secondary account to just sort of like fly up in the air and just observe me building, get some like really cinematic shots. I think that'd be a neat thing to do, but I don't want to buy another copy of Minecraft, I'll be perfectly honest with you. That's pretty much the only reason why I haven't done that yet. Okay, going into spectator mode. I do not hate how this looks. Okay, that looks really nice. Yeah, I'm keeping the scaffolding there just because I know I'm gonna have to put torches on the outside of the wall, so it's better to just leave it there for now until the wall is done. I do like the switch. I do really like the switch from open on this side, closed on that side. I think it looks really cool. And you know what? While I have the time, let me go ahead. Let's start making a little bit more olivine. Because boy howdy, do I need a shit ton of olivine. This should get me maybe 20-ish more blocks. Maybe not even that. Maybe like 19, 18, somewhere around there. Oh, I'm gonna have to go on another fucking mining expedition again, aren't I? Good fucking lord. Okay. There's gonna be so much grinding. There's already I put so much fucking grinding into this wall, and it's not even halfway done. It's not even halfway done. Damn, 18. I was on the money. Okay, we're back on the fucking pattern grind. Here we go. Okay. I wasn't able to get very far, but you know what? It's fine. Really, it's probably fine. I just gotta go on another fucking giant mining expedition. Okay, I should really plan out where like a staircase will be. Huh. There we go. Now we have a double layer staircase. And now we can go up and down on this side of the wall. Might add one somewhere else around here. Maybe right here I'll add a similar thing. So that way you don't have to go on top of the wall only on one spot. Maybe like right here. Probably would fit better right here. Yeah. Yeah, that works. That looks nice. Well, now I have a design for a staircase. And then I could have a staircase going down, and it could go down into the underside of the city. Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. I don't know why I'm going over here when I could just take the new staircase. You know what I didn't think about? How are you supposed to get on top of the wall? Huh. I didn't really think about that. Maybe that'll be only accessible to, like, specific parts. Yeah, you know what? It'll only be accessible to, like, the towers. Because it's like, you know, normal people shouldn't really need to be up on top of the wall. You know what I mean? Like, the only people who would need to be on top of everything would be the people who are, like, operating the stuff. You know what I mean? Like the bell tower and all that. Does that make sense? Maybe it makes sense. I hope it makes sense. I'm just kind of flying around in spectator mode, and I'm just kind of looking at the wall, and I'm thinking to myself, should I have this part of the wall be here? Because, like, it's not really on the outside, and it would kind of restrict access to the mining area that I have. I think I might just tear down this part of the wall, too, and just have it be more open. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Yeah, and then that leaves this whole mining operation to be a little bit more open than it used to be. Okay. I'm more of a fan of how this is turning out. I think this is turning out really good. I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. I've been going on for 2.5 hours, probably even more than that. It depends on all the breaks I've been taking. We've made a lot of progress. There's a lot happening, and I really like how the wall is turning out, where it's got the open side and everything. Like, I didn't think I would like that as much as I did, but yeah, no. It looks wonderful. And we got a lot of space to do a lot of cool stuff. Dude, like, it just feels more, I don't know, it feels more tactical, I guess. Feels more tactical and more spacious, rather than it being just this cramped fucking hallway in here that, you know, doesn't really, it's not that it doesn't add to anything, but it's like there was really no reason to have it be that closed off. But this looks even better, dude. All right, cool. I will come back in the next episode after doing a ton of basalt grinding and getting a ton more olivine. Hopefully in the last episode we can wrap up progress on the wall here. Maybe add another staircase. Yeah. Thanks for watching this gargantuan episode. Like, this one's probably going to be the longest one of the bunch. Or maybe even the shortest. I don't know. Depends on how much time I'm cutting out of this. I don't know. Alrighty. Thanks for showing up. See you in the next one. Yeah.